me down. Gonna send a flat, gonna drown him out. I am brave. I am bruised. I'm who I'm meant to be. This is me. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, for my horrible singing capabilities, because the lines that I just recited like a poem before you all were actually meant to be a song from The Greatest Showman, as many of you might be realizing by now. But anyways, neglecting all those insignificant nitty-gritties about my singing, let's come to the point why we are actually here today. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, when I've gathered enough courage and a plethora of confidence to stand right before you all and take you on the roller coaster journey of my life. So fasten your seatbelts because we are about to begin. So the journey precisely starts when a mere 6-year-old boy, studying in his first standard, scores meagerly 3 marks in his environmental studies unit test. Of course, no brainer, that child is none other than me, as I'm the one talking about it. But do you think that my composure was so lucid and calm, just the way I'm conducting myself right now? The answer is absolutely no. As a usual course of action taken by any teacher in our conventional Indian education system, my parents were called for a special meeting where this issue was thoroughly discussed with them in detail. Every single person around me at that point of time was just trying to motivate me to work hard. But all I could ever end up feeling as a 6-year-old was mental trauma. It is rightly said by the American athlete Jackie Joyner Kersey that it's better to look ahead and prepare and to look back and regret. I tightened my saddle and geared up all my confidence and dedication towards academics so that I never get caught in such vicious situations ever again. I never really explored extracurricular activities, be it online gaming, sports, drama, music, painting, and so on. Although there was one flamboyant capability at which I did excel, and that was getting infected with a ton of diseases throughout my childhood. Dengue, chikungunya, blepharitis, eczema, you name the ailment, I'll have it, given my very resilient immune system. But anyways, jokes apart, I could never really find that one thing that was so fulfilling in a way in my life that nothing else wasn't. And I never intended to be the jack of all trades, but at the same time, never anticipated being a master at none. And alas, it was too late for a fish like me who was so deeply entrapped in the bubble of academics to actually try and pop out of it. A very pragmatic personality once rightly said that we all make choices in life, but it is those choices that actually define us. As it is meant for every meritorious student to take up the science stream in high school, and given that every Sharmaji's son has to either end up as a good doctor or an engineer, I too chose to trudge along the same path forward. And let me in you a secret. I use the surname Bhardwaj, but my father, he's actually Sharma, so the same does imply on me. But that's a story, I believe, for another time. But first things first, I got my school changed in order to avail the prestigious Delhi quota, as if it actually mattered more than the JMINS exam I was supposed to appear for. But let me tell you, the environment there was just so toxic, especially for a timid personality like mine to fit in. Because of which, the fish who earlier felt entrapped could now only feel as low as the fish who was being judged by its ability to climb the tree. As the JMINS exam was approaching, the feelings of uncertainty and despair just intensified within me. As a result, it took a toll on my mental health. My parents had to get in touch with mental health counselors, medical specialists, and so on in order to help my situation. In the world where every single child around my age was just racing to be a Hercules at their own, I could merely end up feeling like a spawn of Satan who was bothering his parents for nothing, who was corrupting their parents' hard-earned money and doing nothing. But I believe I'm fortunate enough for having such a supportive family who didn't actually banish me out of my abode, unlike Lucifer's did. I did score exceptionally well in my board examinations, but given my entrance exam results, I could hardly end up in a reputed college. But then, ladies and gentlemen, 2 roads diverged in the Yellowwood, and I took the one more traveled by. And I believe that has made all the difference as I entered TIT Patiala. Don't know exactly why. Right into the first 5 days of college, I ended up being hailed as the cogitation winner. The day that I lifted that trophy, August 5, 2019, it was like a ray of sunshine, a ray of hope amidst the darkness cast by the shadows of my high school years. The experience, it made me realize that magic happens whenever we refuse to give up and choose to believe in ourselves. Because the universe always listens to a stubborn heart no matter what. Back then, the fish who felt entrapped felt liberated for the first time, as it now entered the sea of vast opportunities. So, Toastmasters, you might feel my road to meeting 155 was maybe a little bumpy, a little odd, conventional for some, or maybe normal. But one thing is for sure, and I'm proud to say this, that yes, I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Thank you so much, Toastmasters. Thanks a lot.
What a lovely speech, Toastmaster Armaan. I'm shook. I loved it to the